Hey everybody. Hello, 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 hello. Uh, I am so excited about tonight. So come on, invite someone to come and to pay attention, to watch, to grow with us, to get better, to get to that next level. So right now, invite. I'll give you an opportunity to do that, and I'm looking super forward to what God's going to do tonight. So come on and invite, and let's grow together. Let's grow together. All right. So um, there you go. Invite others. Invite. Yes, invite. Okay. I am super excited about this season. I am super proud of what God is up to, and I'm looking like really forward to what's going to happen right now, right? So let me see if I can't invite some people that I am connected to, and always family. So um, yeah, so I'm super excited about tonight and super ready to go to the next level with you. With you, I'm ready to go to the next level with you. And what I want to do tonight is I want to talk about um, standing out in a positive way. I want to talk about standing out in a positive way. I want to talk about how do you position yourself where your performance repositions you. How do you position yourself where your performance repositions you? So I want to talk about standing out because I'm a firm believer that there are some of you who are ready to kind of go to that next place and walk in that next dimension, but it's going to take you really taking some risk and doing some things that will cause people to look at you differently, right? So come on, invite people to jump in. I'm not gonna hold you long because I've got someplace I need to be, a family thing. But I am like crazy excited about tonight. So I hope that you will join me really quickly. So let's do that. So let's go ahead and get everybody tapped in tonight. So put in the thread standing out, standing out in a positive way. How do you stand out? How do you create the kind of energy and synergy where people look at you and go, "Whoa, I'm kind of digging. I'm kind of digging who they are, and I'm digging what they're trying to get done." So so yeah. So I'm trying to make sure that I can invite some of my KFI family because I really want, especially KFI, to really get this tonight. So, all right, here we go. Standing out. Okay, I want to talk about standing out. Now, what one of the things that is true, and I want everybody to understand this. God wants you to be highly excellent and to be excellent in performance. God wants you to be highly excellent and to be so excellent in performance that no one can ignore you. When we look at like David was so extraordinary until people celebrated him and made sure that he was promoted, right? That he was promoted. You look at Jesus. Jesus was so amazing until people could not ignore him. People could not ignore him. People were drawn to him. And so one of the things that is so incredible is that God has created you to stand out. Now, I'm not talking about being the class clown. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about being so ridiculously dysfunctional until you draw attention to yourself because you are empty and you are devoid of self-esteem and healthy self-value, and you do things so people can like you, or people can be entertained by you, or whatever. No, I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is living the kind of life where you are so incredibly powerful and positive, and you are so amazingly productive until people are drawn into your space, and then they draw you out of obscurity and they position you so that they can benefit from you, and you in turn benefit from it. Yeah, you're getting this? And again, I don't want anybody to miss this. I do not believe that God has created us to live unfulfilled, unproductive, obscure lives where we are ineffective and where we are not achieving. I don't believe that God has created our organizations, our businesses, our nonprofits, our churches. I don't believe God has created anybody to live an ineffective, unproductive, obscure life where you are incapable of doing the amazing, the miraculous, the extraordinary, the productive, the effective, the excellent, and then people being drawn to that say, okay, I want to go there. I mean, like right now, we have a daycare, right? We have 38 children where we started literally with none. And so the one thing that I want our daycare to be able to do is to be so excellent and so amazing until parents are willing to drive across town to come to our daycare because it's that excellent. Operation Save Our Sons. I want it to be so excellent until people are willing to say, you know what, I want to reproduce that model. And we've had people say that. Excellence is something that is extraordinary because it's a magnet. Everybody putting the thread magnet. It's a magnet. It draws people. It draws opportunities, right? It draws people. It draws opportunities. It draws doors. That's what we're talking about tonight. It's time to stand out. And I want all of you to be a positive magnet where you are drawing positive opportunities, where you're drawing positive relationships. And watch this. And I need everybody to get this. You can be a magnet that is so amazing until people will literally adjust their lives to be a part of your vision, to be a part of the work you're doing. I see positives when people say, you know what, I want to be a part of that. I want to be a part of what that is doing, right? I see that as amazing, right? I see it as amazing because at the end of the day, you should live excellent. You should live exciting. You should be productive, and it should draw people. It should draw people to you. Okay, it should draw people to you. And I'm saying that over and over because I want you to become someone who understands the value of that. Okay, so Dr. Seuss once said, "What's the point of fitting in when we were meant to stand out?" What's the point of fitting in when we were meant to stand out? There is something very unique about you. You don't have to be loud. You don't have to be brash. You don't have to be confrontational. You don't have to be negative or nasty. There's something about you that is so extraordinary that when you produce and perfect that, you will find things coming into your space that will blow you away. And that is so extraordinary for me. I love watching people who are extraordinary because they do and they live in different places. And it's an amazing thing to watch people who buy into who God has created them to be and are willing to, to do the things that they're called to do. So let me suggest to you what causes you to stand out. You ready? I'm going to give you three things, right? It's probably others, but I'm going to give you three things. The first thing that causes you to stand out is that you are a high performer in your present context or industry. You are a high performer. This is so important because if you spend your life or you spend your energy always critical of other people, but never pursuing excellence and never seeking to be a high performer, then that means that you need others to fail for you to feel like you're a success. And that is so unhealthy. The first thing that makes you stand out is that you are a high performer. You perform at such a high level until people see your performance and they go, you must be promoted. You must be elevated. And I'm telling you now, your performance will cause people to seek you out. I don't consider myself the best preacher, far from it. But it's amazing how even serving where I'm serving now, the people who are seeking out my ministry gift. I'm not better than anybody, but I've always strove to be or strive to be a high performer, which means that high performers, you ready? Write this down. Put this in the thread as well. High performers are intense preparers. High performers are intense preparers. This is so important. People who perform at a high level are intense performers. That's why the book, The Tipping Point, became a bestseller and an amazing book for people to read. Because The Tipping Point by Malcolm Gladwell basically said if you do something 10,000 hours, you do something 10,000 hours. If you're committed to something for 10,000 hours, you will become great at it. Well, that suggests that as a high performer, you're also an intense preparer. You sell out to the process of preparation. And because you sell out to the process of preparation, doing the things that you need to do, you become great at something. So here's what's deep. Every time God gives you a new opportunity, every time God expands your portfolio, every time God opens up another door, every time God gives you another opportunity, don't spend your time complaining about the weight of it. Learn that that's promotion, but that promotion comes with you being a student. So now you got to be willing to do the work of preparation so that your performance is at a high level. High performers are never ignored. I don't care I don't care what skin color you are. I don't care what side of town you come from. High performers are never ignored. But the thing about high performers is that they're reading, they're writing, they're listening, they're being mentored, they're practicing, right? High performers are amazing people because they are intense preparers. But here's the second thing, is that you are a creative, you are the creator of something that's innovative. You are the creator of something that's innovative, right? You are the creator of something that's innovative. But one of the things that I've done as I've become dean is I didn't understand how important it was for me to be more intentional in reading. And so I literally spent the whole weekend just reading documents and just immersing myself and discovering what my capacity is as the dean of the Samuel DeWitt Proctor School of Theology at Virginia Union. And it's crazy. One of the things that becomes so amazing for me, and I hope everybody understands this. One of the things that is so amazing for me is watching someone operate in their creative capacity. That is so big when you watch someone who's given an opportunity and then they just create out of it. I am so drawn to people who are innovative in ministry, innovative in business, innovative in education, innovative people who actually step back and go, what can this really become? What can this really become? And it's crazy because when you're around creative people, listen, last week I was in and it motivated me. It motivated me what I'm getting ready to say. Last week I was was it Thursday? I think it was Thursday. I preached in Riverdale for a brother by the name of Marcus Neal, and the service was at my ministry son's church, Dr. Napoleon Bradford, and he's actually on right now. I walked in Napoleon's office, and he has a very nice sized office, and all around the wall were easel paper where he had just been envisioning and dreaming and analyzing and assessing. It was easel paper all around the wall. It was crazy. And that spoke to me. And here's why. Because what I saw was that I saw what I used to do. So Saturday, my wife had to go to church. And instead of staying home, I went to the church, sat in the conference room, asked Alvita, bring me an easel pad. And I started mapping out our 2022 and beyond. And I started putting it and framing it. And here's what I discovered. You are creative and innovative. You just don't create the conditions where it comes out of you. And here's why. Because you're so busy complaining about where things are or where things were till God can't trust you with a vision for where things need to go. When you get past what's wrong, when you get past what's broke, when you get past how people have done you, when you get past how jacked up things are, when you decide I'm going to get past that and you start to dream, that thing is going to come out of you and you're going to discover something. You are innovative. You are creative, right? You get an opportunity. Today, I sat in the room with 3 people and I just dreamed. I dreamed about where St. Paul is going to go. I dreamed about Operation Save Our Souls. I dreamed about transforming communities. I dreamed about Kingdom Outreach charities. I dreamed about an Empowering Young Minds Learning Center. I dreamed. I just looked at all of these ideas and all this stuff that has been created since I've been at St. Paul. 6 entities that are presently existing, right? Created since I've been at St. Paul. 5 of them, rather, since I've been at St. Paul. 1 is St. Paul itself. I didn't create St. Paul. And I sat there and I watched conversation. And some of it was intense. And some of it had to be checked. And I had to be checked. And we had to work through some things. But the thing that I said to everybody walking out the room, now take what you have and go build it out. Because ultimately, successful people are creative people. They're creative people. Successful people see opportunities, see possibilities, and they drive through all of the reasons not to get it done. They drive through all of the reasons to sit around and complain. And then they look up and time has gone and they've missed the season. But when you're a creator and it's innovative and innovation impacts, well, I'll put that in the thread. Innovation impacts. When innovation impacts, it is amazing. But here's the other thing that draws people. You ready? Providing a skill that improves the quality of life of others. One of the things that I've discovered is that when you have a skill that improves the lives of others, you make an incredible impact and people come looking for you. Tell me really what Martin Luther King really did. I mean, he was a brilliant man, but what did he really do? He used his skill of speaking to give hope to people. And then he used that skill to reshape, recalibrate, and reconstruct the narrative of America. His skill produced impact. You want to know what's amazing? It's to watch somebody who impacts others, who inspires others, whose skill makes others better. Why are doctors and lawyers paid so much money? Because their skill impacts. And I'm telling you now, when your skill is impactful, revenue and income follows. People will pay for excellent skills. They will. People will pay for excellent skills. And so if you've not been working on your skill set, but you keep talking about you want more, you don't deserve more because you presented no product. no skill. You're not a high performer. But high performers are not just busy people. I need you to get this. High performers are not just busy people. High performers are people who are doing it at an optimum level and doing it well. So let me suggest some other things. And I think what I'm going to do is come back next week and finish this. Watch this. Let me suggest that there are 3 things tied to these 3 things that feed it. And then I'll be done. Then I'll come back next week. Here's the first thing. You have to become a second-mile person without complaining about being that. You have to become a second-mile person without complaining about being that. Here's the thing I've discovered. When people do stuff for you, but they either complain about it or they remind you how much they've done for you, that person will eventually become an eyesore. Right? If I like this week, I'm staying close to home to assist my wife with some things. And if all I do is every day say, hey, I'm staying home to help you, right? If it wasn't for me, you would. So I'm here helping you. And I'm here because you, right? I'm helping you, right? By the time we get to Wednesday, she's gonna want me to pack a bag and go to Richard. Because ultimately, when you become a second-mile person, you don't do it because you're trying to demand people that they pay attention to you. You do it because it's the nature of your heart of service. Wow. Put that in the thread, the heart of service. And that to me is huge because when you have a heart of service, you're going to be a second-mile person. Years ago, when I first went to St. Paul, there was a gentleman by the name of Levi Benjamin. Those who are St. Paul people know what I'm talking about. Levi Benjamin. And we actually created an award called a Second Mile Award. And it's interesting because Levi Benjamin just simply served. I remember one time I needed to go and I needed to visit the sick, and we had a situation with one of our partners, and Deacon Benjamin basically said to me, "You're not going by yourself." And I said, "Deke, you don't have to go." He said, "No, serving my pastor is a part of my assignment to God." I'll never forget it. He said, "Serving my pastor is a part of my assignment to God." One of the things that I'm trying to do in this season of reimagining St. Paul is create a culture where the heart of service draws us, not the heart of praise. As important as praise is, I'm trying to build out a culture where people are servants. And listen to me, everybody. Listen to me. When you become a second mile person, people do not forget you. When you become a second mile person, people do not forget you. My mom was a second mile person, and one of the professors at our school, at the school that I served down, is so powerful. It's so powerful. He remembers the way my mom would pray for him. He remembers the way my mom would encourage him. And the thing that I've come to discover is that when you are a second mile person, you serve others. Here's what's crazy. When you are a high performer, if it comes out of a heart of service, it's an amazing thing. When you are a creator of something that's innovative, if it comes from a heart of service, it's an amazing thing. When you provide your skill to others to improve the quality of life for others, and it comes out of a heart of service, it's an amazing thing. I want to challenge you that if you really want to stand out and be an impactful person, check your heart of service. I'm starting a sermon series on Sunday entitled, "How Deep Is Your Love?" And the thing that I'm going to be looking to do is to talk about ways that we express our love for God and ways by which we offer ourselves to God in love. And it's crazy because ultimately, and Dr. Eugene Diamond said this yesterday, this thing of discipleship, this thing of serving God is not about your lips, it's about your life. And when he made that phrase, it just blessed me to no end. It's not about your lips, it's about your life. And again, the heart of service is so amazing because someone who lives with the heart of service, they do not demand negativity around them. In fact, they do everything in their power to fight negativity because they understand that the heart of service cannot produce a dysfunctional lifestyle. But let me say something else. Let me suggest something else to you. Ready? Let me suggest that when you stand out, you ready? You look for opportunities to offer your gifts and your talents to advance vision. I did this quote on last night. I was actually talking to my wife, and it was actually late when I put it on Facebook. And I shared this quote, and the quote really spoke to me. And the quote basically said this: that you need to discover when dead weight is no longer capable of helping you be successful. It comes a point that you gotta discern when something is dead weight, because when it's dead weight, it basically makes you heavy. It makes you heavy, and when it makes you heavy, then you find yourself incapable of doing excellent work because you find yourself heavy with people who are dead weight. And dead weight people do not offer anything to the vision. They don't offer anything to your dream. They don't give you any healthy support. And I'm coming out of the pandemic understanding that there are just some people who are now just dead weight. They don't have a passion to see the church grow. They don't have a passion to see the nonprofit grow. They don't have a desire. They're trying to get whatever they can get, right? Or they've gotten whatever they've gotten, and their attitude is, I ain't helping, and I don't care. I don't care how much he talks about it and how much other people talk about it. I'm not helping. And here's what I discovered: whenever you discover that someone is dead weight, let's go to the next level. Here's what you really discover: you discover that they don't want to offer anything to the vision. They don't want to help execute the plan. All they want to do is complain or be compensated. Watch this. Or just simply observe, right? All they want to do is complain. So that's all they do. They complain about the cost of it. They complain about the demand of it. Or all they want to do is benefit. And when I mean compensation, I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about benefiting. They just want to benefit, right? They want to benefit. They want to be the person in the car who never gives gas money, but they just want to ride. I remember when I was younger, and my mom and dad helped me get a car, right? And so I would go to and so when I went to college, I drove my car. And the thing that was so funny, you ready? I'm almost done, y'all, tonight. And the thing that was so funny was that I drove this car, and I always had one classmate who always jumped in the car, right? If I was going to McDonald's or going anywhere, even if I was going to a party, he would jump in the car. And one day I said, dude, do you know that this car only gets from place to place with gas? And I said, have you ever thought about chipping in? Back then, gas was a couple of dollars. If that $1, $1.50, something crazy, $1.89, right? It was nothing. We were in college. I said, dude, you ever thought about chipping in? And that dude looked at me, and that dude said, you always got gas. What you need my help for? And it dawned on me, and I've taken that lesson all my life. Some people just want to be in your car because you have been willing to pay the price, and they are going to just simply try to benefit from your sacrifice. I've discovered that I have to be respectful of people who've paid the price, and I have to be grateful of who they are. And so I'm grateful for people who offer their gifts. My servants team at our church has clearly done this over the years. They've clearly offered their gifts. They have offered their gifts for the sake of the vision. They've done it over the years. Ooh, okay. I close with this. When you stand out, you will draw people, opportunities. People, opportunities. People, opportunities. I need you to get this. When you stand out, you will draw people and opportunities. They will be motivated to offer their gifts because you operate at such a high level of performance until you give people an option or the opportunity to win. That's what I want my life to do. I want to be such a high performer until I give people an opportunity to win. Okay. Thank you all for watching tonight. I hope it was helpful. We will come back and we will dig a little deeper into this. And listen. I want all of you to succeed in life. I want you all to succeed in life. Whether I know you personally or not, if you jump on E3 with any kind of consistency, I want you to succeed. I want you to rise above. I want you to thrive. That's a desire for me. My desire is that people will thrive and succeed. And so I come up here every Monday, and I'm grateful for Pastor Ray, and I'm grateful for my church, who's very supportive. And I come up here every week, and I do my best because I want to give you tools for success, and I want you to thrive. So in 2022, the theme of our church is going to be empowered living, the year of empowered living. And I'm so committed to making sure that we help people be successful in life, because all of you deserve to wake up every day and see the possibilities and then go after them and then enjoy the journey, right? Everybody deserves that. Everybody deserves that. Everybody deserves that. And there's a way to get there, but you got to be willing to pay the price. So thank you all so much. Be blessed. And we will see you on next Monday. Invite others to join us, right? Invite others to join us as we talk about standing out, being productive and successful as a high performer, as an innovator, and as someone who offers their gifts to the world. Take care, everybody, and we'll see you very, 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 very soon. Take care.